What's going on, everybody? Andrew Thompson here, the Andrew Thompson Interviews YouTube channel. My guest at this time is no stranger to the YouTube channel. He's the current MLW World Middleweight Champion, young GOAT himself, representing the youth, Mr. Myron Reed. How you doing today, sir?
Hey, what's going on, man? It feels good to be on here.
As I said, we now see the last time we did the interview, I think it was back in October, I believe. I actually went back and I went to go listen to that interview, and it's crazy because we talked about how the next time me and you did an interview, you was gonna be a champion, and now lo and behold, here we are. You are the MLW World Middleweight Champion. Just tell me how does it feel to have championship gold in a promotion such as MLW?
Dude, honestly, in the situations like that, bro, like if a big company like that puts the belt on you, that means that they like, all right, we know that this guy is talented and we want to see what he can bring to the future. Because I feel like the middleweight division is for the future guys. Like the world championship and all that stuff is for the established names. Like the middleweight is for people trying to establish themselves. And I feel like I've that middleweight champion and that win like alone helped my clout so much that like I just took that ball and kept running with it. You know what I'm saying? So like it's a great thing. It's them pretty much putting their stamp of approval on you. Like, hey, this is my guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is my main guy.
And I say, and before this interview, I had went back and watched the final 5 minutes of that match with you and Teddy Hart for the title, and like it was crazy because I always like, this is my favorite part about wrestling, is like the like that raw excitement and emotion you can see when somebody finally get that big one, and I can see it on your face, like as soon as you like as soon as you heard the 3 count, like I could tell like that just excitement just popped out of you. So just take me back to that moment and tell me what you were feeling when you heard the referee, hand hit the mat for the 3 count.
Nah, man, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Like, hey, going into that match that day when they knew your boy was winning, man, folks wasn't happy about that, bro. Like,
For real?
like people in the back, like not really the people in the back, like the people, like Teddy wasn't happy about that shit, like for real. Like he was hot. Like, dude didn't want me to win. Like, I knew what I was getting myself into. Like, they was like, it was a chaotic situation. It was one of the most chaotic situations I've ever been in. Like, especially at that time, bro. They were like, all right, like, cause you know how wrestling is, bro. Like that shit, like
It's
people be
it's
thinking
ter-
like,
it's
oh, it's just
territorial.
it's this and that, but that shit, that like it was crazy, bro, because like they're like, as soon as you win the belt, get out the ring, get out the ring, like you gotta go, like they gonna
Okay.
like you don't know what's gonna happen, like Teddy's a loose cannon, blah blah. I'm like, I've wrestled Teddy before, he ain't crazy like that, he's cool, like,
Mm.
and so match happened. It was cool. He was doing some extra shit he wasn't supposed to be doing, and I was like, it's cool. I'm still gonna win.
Yeah.
So like at the like, and then when it finally happened, like that was really raw emotion because like I'm thinking like, bro, I might not get this dub. Like this shit might break down and actually turn to like some crazy shit. Like,
Yeah.
but everything went down as planned, and I mean, bro, it was just the most surreal moment because like when I won, bro, like I'm looking in the crowd, bro. And what made me yell is I'm looking in the crowd, and these folks in Florida ain't really, in Orlando definitely ain't never really seen me. So they like, who the fuck is this kid? And they're looking at me, yo, and they're looking at me like, how the fuck did he just beat Teddy Hart? And and then like when I seen that when I seen that, bro, like that's kind of like when the whole young goat thing started. I was like, yeah, bro, like I did it. Like, and then right after I screamed, I was just talking mad shit. Like I was
uh,
like, y'all thought I wasn't gonna do it. Like,
as a and going back to what you said earlier, like when you talked about how get out of the ring, it was crazy because like just like I could see you, well, you, anybody that was watching from home, they could see Brian Pillman Jr. and Davey Boy Smith coming back from the ring. I mean, coming down to the ring, and they like bum rushed it, and I saw Davey Boy, he like kicked Cotto Brazil in the back or something, and he like flew to the side, and then I saw he tried to like shove you out the ring with his foot. And I was like, why they bum rushing Maverick like that? Did he chased y'all out the ring and shoved y'all on the ground? I was like, damn, that's how it is. I was
yeah, like
like,
hey, they should have been out there with dude. That's his fault.
that's
That's his own fault. That's why dude lost. I mean, he should have been out there. People should know. Like, they should know by now. Like, I don't be understanding. Like, you know for a fact, bro, I'm bringing the gang to the ring with me. Like, you better bring some help or somebody because it's gonna be ugly. Like,
no, for real, like I wanted to tell you this too. Like I really like the Injustice theme song. I don't know why it's like real. Like at first when I first heard it, I was like but then like once I started
no,
hearing it
real
after a
talk, bro.
while, it's kind of catchy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, bro. I didn't like it at all at first. Like literally this year, 2020 is when I started like actually messing with the song. Like I come out to, I'm like, all right, I didn't found my niche, my swag to this song, so I'm like it's cool.
Yes,
Because for the longest, I've been trying to get them to change that shit. Like I was like, can we please use a different song? They were like, just wait, just hold on, man, just let it. Like I'm like, bro.
but no, I know that's the thing. Like with wrestlers, with you guys, I know it's like it's more than just what you do in the ring. Like it's the theme song, it's the way you come out to the
Definitely,
ring.
bro.
You gotta feel it, like in order for like the whole thing to be complete.
Yeah, you just think about guys like Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair and shit like that, bro. Like, and you think like, what was so cool about them? Like, think about their entrances and shit like that. That like entrances is huge, bro. Like, it's big, and like I used to rush my entrances when I was first starting out, like just wanting to get into the match. Like, I'm like now, like, dog, you gotta take your time. Like, yeah, this just that moment soak in. Like, this is huge.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, I think it was on. I think it was earlier this month, either on March 13th or March 14th. That MLW they had the joint show with AAA in Mexico. I know you got the team with Jordan Oliver and Cotto Brazil on that show. Just tell me what was the energy like in that building in Mexico, and how do you think the match turned out?
Match was dope. Everybody in the back, like all the producers and stuff for both companies, were really happy with it. Conan was like, "Good match," and shit like that. Like we had a lot of fun, bro. We don't really get to do a three-way like six-man tag a lot. Like, and when we do get to do it, like we like, all right, we gonna go crazy.
Mm. Yeah, say is it like when you teaming with them, like is it just that natural chemistry? Like it like nothing, like y'all don't gotta like overproduce anything. Like it's just you guys like just going out there and just natural flow, like in regards to just working with each other.
Like in the ring right now, we're still learning each other and shit. Like we've wrestled each other before, but we're learning how to beat like the team now. Like we
Okay.
got good chemistry. Like if we wrestled each other in the match, they'd be fired because we got chemistry in that department. But like as far as like right now, we've done so many promos together, bro. We did one take crew, like bro, like they'd be like they'd turn the camera on and we just talk like off the neck, like we don't be no ain't none of that, script or none of that, like off the neck. Whatever we want to say, it needs to be to this guy. Cool, we gonna say what we gonna say. We usually get it done in one take, two takes if it's a bad day. Like
no, no,
that's
no,
how the chemistry's come, and we trying to get like that in the ring. Like we're close to it, but like we've only had like four matches as a stable together.
don't you feel like that's like the best stuff though, like in terms of like cutting promos and stuff, like don't you feel like it's the best, like when it just not necessarily off like super off the cuff, but like when it's like this is why this is the bullet point I need you to hit, and you just go out there and
Absolutely.
get to it however you see fit.
Yeah, man. I do have to commend MLW on that because they let us do our own thing. Like they put us together and it was like, do something, like pretty much, like do something with this. Like, what can you do? And like literally, we're like at first when the group first started, I'm like, we all talking together. We're like, we definitely can't be just another three-man group that just people just overlook and they're just like, oh, it's just a group. Like we gotta start cutting promos. Ain't nobody else in the back going and chasing down producers, hollering about some can I film a promo? Like so we gonna be the guys that do that. Like
Right.
we definitely on top of our stuff, like regardless of what it is. And things have changed. Like I remember when I first started there, bro, I didn't want to do a promo. Like they were like pre-tapes, Myron. I'm like, fuck, shit. Like I'm like salty about it. Now they like pre-tape. They was like, all right, boys, let's get this done real quick.
I say, but it does take a while, for to get used to that. Somebody like just in like a camera in your face, like, hey, talk, and then make it
Yeah,
interesting. Like
man.
I know that's weird. To just even get in front of a camera and just talk, like even myself, like even when I do interviews, sometimes I get that little like weird feeling, like you overthinking too much and you wondering what you look like and all that. Like it's a lot, man.
Yeah. All right, am I making the right faces?
Let's say and going back to the MLW joint show that you guys did with AAA, there was actually a story out there, and I really commend MLW on this, and you can either confirm or deny, but it was the time when like it was around the time before, like, and actually it was during the time when the coronavirus was like really picking up in the states, more so than it was around the world. And it was a story out there that MLW had told the MLW wrestlers, like at the AAA show, they told you guys that if you didn't want to wrestle on the show, you didn't have to. Is that accurate?
Definitely, bro.
Oh, that's cool. That's
I'm gonna be
cool.
real. Like they're awesome. Like they literally were like, look, man, and like they were literally telling us like if y'all don't want to, like we understand, like if you don't want to go out there, but like it's being me, that's not only is that a paycheck, but this is my dream. Like in high school, kids was going out, they was smoking and drinking and having and partying. I mean, I'm in the cut filming fucking backyard wrestling shows and shit. Like, and it just works full circle, bro. Like, it's just this is my dream. I've been wanting to do this all my life. Like, I'm going to do this. Like, if it's a little virus, like
Tough it
I'm a
out.
hand sanitize. I'm a wash my ass and make sure I'm good. Like, keep up with my hygiene and all that stuff, and make sure I'm clean. So when I come back home or whatever, I ain't spreading it or nothing. But like, I just felt like it wasn't as bad then either.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
they
I don't think it
definitely,
wasn't.
yeah, but they definitely gave us the option to not do it if we didn't want to.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's a real good on MLW actually. And while speaking about that, this whole situation is like it's damaging the world, but just specifically speaking about wrestling and you know what it's doing to the independent scene right now. Just tell me if you can, how has this coronavirus situation impacted you at all?
For me, man, like all my life, I feel like I've ran into like roadblocks, and I feel like a lot of people have like just with just a lot of different shit. Like, so me, I've always like I went from being down about shit to finding the positives and stuff. So now, like, I'm like, all right, I can't be no slouch. I can't be sad or on the couch. Right? I don't know what I'm gonna do about this check or this check. I'm a smoke. I'm gonna be cool about it. I'm gonna go to work and work my ass off, and then I'm gonna make sure that I'm evolving my character and my brand and shit like that. So when I come back, I'm better than I ever been before. I look better than I've ever been before. It's just the way you look at stuff. I feel like. I mean, yeah, it's hard. Times is hard, but like you gotta do what you gotta do. At the end of the day, like you can't be down about a situation. If you're down, what's that gonna do? It ain't gonna help you in any.
You're saying, what like going back to the independent scene, one thing that I know that got postponed, and it's a lot of shows that got canceled and stuff like that. But one event that I know that you and a lot of other people were looking forward to was GCW's For The Culture show, the show that AJ Gray was putting on. I know it was gonna be you, Chris Bay, Jason Cade, Jody Fleesh, Zenshi, and I think Christian Casanova, and you guys are gonna be like in a 6-pack match. Just tell me how excited were you about that match, and how important did you think that show was going to be like for the African American wrestling community?
Dude, I think I've like wrestled all those guys one on one. Most of like 80% of them, and or if I've been in the ring with them. So I know that all these guys can go. All these guys are dope as fuck, and we were gonna make history. But I mean, like, I'm sad about it, but I'm hoping that they run it back.
Oh yeah, I definitely think they are. I know the
Yeah.
collective. They had posted on Twitter that they like they said that they were going to give refunds, but one thing that they specifically mentioned was that like if people can afford to leave their money with them, like with the collective, they promised to do this like every single event that they promoted, like later down the line. And I think also with WWE, moving Nate WrestleMania, that kind of like threw off like legit everything, because I think
Yeah.
there were a lot of people that were coming in for WrestleMania, and a lot of that traffic comes through to the independent show. So it's like once they cancel, this shifts like literally everything.
It's like, all right, we probably gonna lose half the fans because you know
Yeah,
a lot of people. I mean, even wrestlers is going down. I'm going to see WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like, I got some shows, but for real, I'm here to see WrestleMania. Like, it's just
I know it really threw off everything. And speaking of like the times we in right now, and I know you got a YouTube channel that stays up to date. During a time like this specifically, Myron, tell me how important do you think it is for wrestlers, like specifically how this situation can make. Well, what I'm really trying to say is like how wrestlers need to or should start looking at like other avenues or outlets to generate income because of situations like this, like maybe starting a stream on Twitch, or starting a YouTube channel or a Patreon or vlogging or anything
literally,
anything of the sort.
literally anything. Like, it's just finding what you like. What like just like wrestling, you love wrestling, and the money is easy because you're doing something you love to do. So when you get paid, that's a bonus. So all you got to do now is find another outlet, pretty much, like you said. But like, it could be anything. Like, even if you're not like making like money right then and there, like, you're promoting your brand, or you're
Exactly.
promoting yourself, or you're trying to better yourself. So when you do come back, more eyes is on you, and with more eyes on you, that's more money for you regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the way you look at things. And
Yeah, for sure. Let's say now, and around I think it was late December or so. MLW they had actually wrote an article on their website, and they wrote that you resigned with the company. Just tell me what were some of the like deciding factors that led to you making the decision to resign with MLW.
Well, I look at it like this, man. Like, I'm still really, really young, early 20s. If I sign another 2, 3 year deal, I'm still gonna be younger than half the guys in WWE right now. Like, I'm okay. Like, I'm with the company. You know what I'm saying? I'm with
Yeah,
a
yeah,
company
I feel you.
that respects my my vision, my creativity, and they want to see me succeed, and they're putting me in that put me on the platform pretty much front and center for people to see who what I can do and who I am. So I'm that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
if I went to WWE or anywhere else right now, who knows what I'd be doing right now? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, because when I first went to MLW, I wasn't doing nothing. Like, it really wasn't. I was just the guy that was having good matches. But I mean, they pretty much helped me be better at promos and find myself more confidence and shit like that. So like, I want to be with someone that's helping me, the company that's helping me grow. And
right.
if I've grown, you know what I'm saying, if I've grown so much in just a year or 2 years, then I can only imagine how much I'm going to grow in 2 to 3 years being with the same company. So like, I definitely, and money has to do with it. You know what I'm saying as well. That's
Right.
always yeah.
Now
You gotta make
that's
sure you're getting
real.
your money.
That's real. You gotta make good money, have put food on the table. I feel that. But
Absolutely.
going back to MLW, like have they basically just told you to like just be yourself on on screen? Like is that like one of the positives that also led to you resigning? Like not tell it like because I think the some of the best wrestlers are the ones who are just themselves and like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like it's like you know how you always hear that old saying in wrestling that the person that you play on TV is supposed to be you, but just turned up a little bit. Like
Exact,
yeah,
dude. I would literally, like, for example, the hot fire thing, like why I call myself hot fire. Like, literally, I use my own actual name as a wrestler. Like, Myron Reed is my real name. Hot fire pretty much is like, it's me turned up to 10.
right.
Like, it's like turned up, it's hot fire. And the same thing with Injustice, bro. Like, the whole Injustice thing, that's me. Like, we really felt like that. Like, we really felt like people was overlooking us, and we were getting pulled off, not being on shows, not pulled off, but not being on shows because we weren't this or that. You know, we were just matches to these guys. Like, we want to make sure that we make our presence known and people know who the hell we are. Like, and that's pretty much, so every time we do promos and anything, like, it's just really heartfelt. Like, it's from the heart. Like, we talking, it's organic. Like, it's not no script or nothing. That's why, like, we just be talking. Like,
I say even now like I'm seeing Jordan Oliver and Kodo on a lot of more shows now, and we know as far as we saying you on a lot more shows as well. Like it's kind of cool to see like all three of you are like on the uprise at the exact same time, and it's not just one person. Like it's like and then at that everybody is doing their own different thing
oh,
outside of MLW,
exactly,
and
bro.
like but when you guys
Exactly.
when you guys are in MLW, you guys are like this. You guys are a solidified team, but then when you go outside and you got your own independent careers, everybody's doing something important.
But yeah, that's the truth, bro. Like, because before that started, like, we like all three of us, we had our independent shows and we was getting our money, we was grinding and stuff. But like, now it's just a different type of grind, because not only are you representing, we ain't representing each other, but we representing the company, we're representing ourselves now.
Mm.
Like, you gotta be treated, if you want to be treated like a superstar, you gotta treat yourself like a superstar. And you gotta go to these shows now. Like, we at these shows and we're like, all right, we gotta put on the best match on the card. Like, not like no cap. Like, this can't be no, ooh, this was a good match. It's got to be, oh, that match was like probably the best match on the show.
Mm.
Like, best match. That's what we going for every time we on the show. Like, we just got to make sure that everywhere we go, people know that we are workhorsemen. You know what I'm saying? Like, we workhorse.
As a I know you mentioned earlier, you in your early 20s. I believe you and I are the same age, or we 1 year apart. Myra, just tell me, like, do you ever like just sit back and like think about like what you've done over the past couple years, like the success that you've had, or like has everything just been like a blur like over the past couple of years, or do you ever like just sit down and be like, damn, like I made it?
Like, honestly, when I, like, probably like a year ago, like, I would look back as like on it and like just be like, I'm thankful for this. But now, like, stuff's moving, like you said, stuff's moving so fast. Like, I'm appreciating everything, like, in the moment, but like not as far as like reflecting as much, because
Right.
I'm like, I'm always focus on the next move. You know what I mean? Like, what can I do to make this even bigger than what it already is?
Right, and then I'm sure it's difficult to like, and not in an ungrateful or selfish way, but it's like I'm sure it's difficult to be like, I appreciate this, and then the next day you got something just as big happening, and it's like you
Exactly.
forget
Think
about
about Kobe, bro.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly, and
He
it's
wouldn't be one of the greatest in the world if he was just always like
complacent.
trying to be too humble. Like
Yeah,
you got to be humble, but you can't be too humble. You got to work.
yeah,
That's humble.
yeah,
It,
exactly.
it's noticing you done something cool and then going back to the board and working even harder to make that achievement even an even bigger achievement.
Yes, and it's crazy because I was just thinking about that. It been 2 months already since he passed away, and like it's crazy how like just time just move, man. Like things just
Yeah.
like you hear one day and the next it's crazy, man. Like life is weird, man. Then the time, like I know me and you talked about it off air, like we just in a weird time right now, like just in life in general. But
Yeah,
but
man, it's crazy.
I say, but one cool thing that I really wanted to talk to you about actually is about being a dad. Tell me how much of being a father has changed you positively, professionally, and personally. Because I know it's cool. Because I really like hearing hearing wrestlers that are fathers talk about how their sons or daughters have changed them professionally and personally.
Man, like my kid has definitely changed me tremendously. Like it's the biggest blessing ever. Like it makes when you go on the road and you work hard and you get this and that or whatever it may be, money wise or the exposure, and you come back home and you get to look at your kid and you're like, yo, I did all that for you. Like
All right.
I did that. I mean, I did it for me, but I really did it for you. Like I want to see you have a good life. Like so, I'm gonna bust my ass. I want to see my kid grow up and not have to struggle or do go through the shit that I went through when I was younger.
Mm,
So like I'm on the road. I'm like, what I'm saying, times 10 of what I've ever been working. You know what I mean?
mm.
Like,
That's
and
it.
and especially that, and then like as far as like that experience, bro. Not everybody's blessed to have that experience. Not everybody can have kids. You know what I'm saying? So like that's very big. That's crucial. Like my son is awesome. Like I'm learning from him every day. Like I'm teaching him, but I'm also learning from him. Like you know what I mean?
Mm. Just saying, and that's good to hear. Like especially with somebody that's the same age as you, hearing the mindset that you in right now, and the way you moving, the way you thinking, that's real commendable, and that's nothing but respect right there, completely, for sure.
I appreciate it,
I
bro.
say so, and like I said, that's great to hear. And let my last question here, Myron. I got a real big question right here for you. So, when are we running on 2K? I got a 99 overall point guard, man, 6'4" guard. I'm ready to get out here.
You on PS4?
Yeah, I'm on PS4, definitely.
Man, hey, I'm gonna send you my gamer tag, bro. Me and Corey Storm be running, bro, all the
Oh,
time.
that's a bet. Yeah, y'all gotta let me know, man. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Definitely, bro. We need a third.
I'm the last true point guard out here on 2K, man. I'm telling you,
Yes, sir.
I pass the ball more than I shoot.
Yo, bro, I got me a Shaq build.
For real.
Definitely, bro. I be bullying people, bro. I be bullying people.
Oh my goodness,
I'm just like you, bro. I don't really care for like scoring. Like
I
my
know,
thing is defense and passing the ball.
bro.
Like,
I get more amped off stealing the ball more than anything, and I got like the interceptor badge maxed out. I love stealing the
oh,
ball. I love stealing the ball, bro. It's
yes,
crazy.
sir.
I say, but and Myron, lastly, the floor is yours. Let the folks know, where they can follow you on Twitter, Instagram, any merchandise you want to plug. And I know I saw on your Twitter, I know you got a booking coming up in June.
Yeah. Uh, well, I mean, honestly, as right now, MLW hasn't changed their May 2nd date, so like that's what I'm thinking is going to be my first date back. But it might not be. You never know with everything going on the way
All
it
right.
is. But like I'm prepared to come back May 2nd. That's what I'm thinking.
So yeah, you can let the people know where they can follow you on Twitter and Instagram, or any merchandise you want to plug.
Yeah, man. Follow me on Twitter. It's the Bad Reed. Uh, Instagram reads that world. I honestly need to make sure like they all like the same, but like Facebook, Facebook Myron Reed, of course. And I'm still dropping that album, man. I'm gonna drop it in June, probably my
Okay,
birthday.
okay,
Like
we
I've been
got the
working, bro.
exclusive.
I got like 6 or 7 songs.
We got the exclusive Myron Reed album coming in hopefully in June. I say,
Yeah.
and Myron, I do want to thank you for your time again. I appreciate you, taking the time out your day to come, do this interview with me. It's always greatly appreciated. It's always cool seeing another, young black man, doing this thing head strong and everything going well. So, and I hope all is well with you and the family and everything. Keep going well, and you be back in the ring soon.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate it, man. It's always fun coming on here with you, bro.
All right, no doubt, no doubt. I'm gonna talk to you soon, Myron.